Hello, hello, everyone. Let me confirm that I'm live here and we will dive in. While I'm looking, I would love for you to grab a glass of water, get comfortable, put all of the multitasking aside, and allow yourself to be present here with me for just about an hour to learn about a potential opportunity that could absolutely change your life the way that it has changed my life. So I'm going to tag at everyone in the comments here so everyone knows we are live. And I see Bradley, Alan. Okay. All right. Take a deep breath with me. 12:12. Wow. What a magnificent day to do a webinar. I would love for you to tell me in the comments how you're feeling. I am feeling a bit overwhelmed at the energies. And so before we go into the webinar itself, where I'm going to explain to you how I have activated optimum health and optimum wealth in my life as an opportunity for you to feel my transformation and see if perhaps this is a transformation that you would like to lean into as well. I want to talk about the energies. If you are not aware, since 11/11, the earth is going through a massive purging process through the solstice. So through December 20th, there is the greatest purge ever in the history of herstory than ever before. And this energy is big, it's loud, it's moving monumental things for humanity. It is truly the greatest time to be alive, and I am feeling it. And so if you are doing the work, going into the silence, doing those energetic practices to support your nervous system, to support your connection to the beautiful quantum field of infinite possibility, this purge process is going to be much more gentle for you. So I've really been leaning into that. And I say this because I have said yes to a life that has allowed me to have the space for those intentional, life-changing, beautiful practices. And I have created that by saying yes to being a water wizard, to, really leaning into an opportunity that honestly scared the what out of me, but I felt it in my soul. I knew that it was the thing. And I didn't know it was a thing based on the words that anyone said to me or based on the slides that anyone showed to me. I knew it was my thing because I felt it in my body. This is a felt experience that is here for you. I had chills. I knew. I asked is this the thing? And all of the cooperative components came together in order for me to say yes to a different life and to create a presence in the online space that is truly changing my life and changing the lives of others. So lean into this experience. I'm offering you a transformation, whether it's just in this hour or whether it's an even bigger transformation within the community and leaning into a leading edge opportunity that will truly transform your health and your bank account. They are intertwined. We'll pause in the silence for a moment. Okay. The reason the title of this webinar is Make Your Life the Passion Project is because I have discovered that there is actually a way that your passion project doesn't have to be something you do on the side. You know, where we're raised to be independent and lean into the grind, the work, and then, you know, be the artist on the side or be the motivational speaker or healer on the side. But our life is completely taken over by the 9 to 5 grind, by going to work every single day and building someone else's dream, by feeding into a system that is not designed for us to succeed, by living by credit cards, not having a savings, not having the opportunity to leave a legacy for our children. But that isn't how it has to be. There is actually another way. That level of wealth, this level of wealth that is here for us, that we have a right to access, is no longer designated to the top 1%. That we get to lean into our passion and build a successful multi-million-dollar, multi-billion-dollar business if we choose, that is making a massive impact on the planet and that fully aligns with our goals as a impact-driven light worker on this planet. And so what if your daily life, everything that you do, got to be woven in to your passion project, the passion project, because that is what I am living. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, and then I'm going to pull up the slides. Now, I'm not a fan of slides. I just want to do an activation, you know, do the meditation, do some light language. I'm a very magical person, but I'm really embracing structure in my life as those two energies, the feminine and masculine, come into balance. And it's so important for you to really be able to ground in the opportunity that is here for you. So I want to give you the words and the slides and things that you can screenshot and read later, so it really grounds it in for you. But I want to tell you the story first, because that is what our history is built on, right? Stories. What is passed down from generation to generation through the words we speak to one another. Lived, felt experience. I want you to feel my experience so that you can access the feeling of opportunity here for you. My name is Monica. I should have said that at the beginning. My name is Monica, and I am a mother of 3, solo mom. I'm sole provider for 3 beautiful children, 17, 13, and 10. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe my kids are getting that big. I know you feel me on this. Like, you know, time is the most precious commodity. We can't get our time back. And that's a huge part of the reason why I'm here in this space, is because I craved time with my kids. I was a bedside nurse for almost 10 years. I didn't even make it 10 years in the sick care industry. I was like spent. And about 4 years ago, I had just come out of a broken marriage that I fully claim my responsibility in also breaking that. We did that together. That was a co-creation, but it was very painful. I was very lost. I was very scared, not only emotionally, but financially. It was not a stable situation. I knew I had to steer the ship, and that absolutely terrified me. I was at a crossroads where I knew I had to either choose to spend more time in the hospital or find another way so that I could have my time back with my kids. My body was suffering. I was very stressed out from work. I was not present with my kids when I was in the room with them because I was thinking about the stories of my patients, the stories of the past, the pain of the past, or I was terrified of the future. Like, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to buy Christmas? You know, all of these fears that we have when we are constricted to our tiny human self, when we feel alone. I felt very alone. I didn't have a community. I had just really started to wake up to the truth of what was going on in the world, and I was terrified. frankly. I was alone and I was terrified and my body was suffering. I was getting sick. And so I went into the silence and I asked, what is the thing? I could feel the pull, and I knew it was in the online space because that is where a vast reach lies, right? And it's free. And I wanted to make a change and I wanted to be heard. I wanted people to hear my truth. I knew I had something unique to offer, but I didn't know how to leverage that. And so I tried many things. You know, I've played in the coaching realm and I made very good money doing that. I played with Amazon FBA, but that was like, no, vomit. That was not fulfilling for me at all. I dabbled in some low ticket like MLMs with CBD oil and things like that. I even toyed with like starting my own business, but then I started talking to people about that had their own businesses. And it's like, you create another job, you have a massive investment. It doesn't pan out to profit for 3 to 5 years. And so many small businesses fail. So that was like just too much, mind blowing. Right. And so I began to cultivate my Facebook page as a high frequency space because I didn't have anyone in my physical life. And maybe you can identify with this. I didn't have anyone in my physical life that was like on the journey, that was going down the rabbit holes with discernment, right? Don't stay in that rabbit hole for too long. I didn't have anyone in my life that wanted to access a big vision again, that wanted to dream again. Like I hadn't dreamt for myself for years. I didn't even know how to dream before I found this space. And so I'm scrolling on Facebook one day, kind of numbing out, you know, probably drinking a glass of wine because I was definitely doing too much of that. And I found a woman who offered a space like this, offered a masterclass like this. And I didn't know her, but I read energy. Do you read energy? I bet if you're here, you read energy. And I felt authenticity. I felt her authenticity. I identified with her story. I saw a light in her eyes that I craved. I was feeling quite dead inside, really. And so I watched a masterclass and I saw that on her Facebook page and her social media, she was just showing up in a very impactful, empowering way. She was lit up and it was tangible. It was felt and she oozed a vibrance. And I wanted that for myself. So I watched a masterclass like this. It felt big, especially when we talked about the numbers, because I grew up with a scarcity story that didn't even belong to me. Put your hand up in the comments. Did you grow up with a story that doesn't belong to you, that is entrenched in victimhood and poverty? Most of us do. And I had no clue, like, how on earth could I even make this happen, allow this to happen for me? But I felt the call. I felt it in my body. I knew this was the thing. I knew this was a way for me to lean into something that people need, that's making massive impact. It's healing families and healing the planet. It allows me to work from anywhere that I want to work from. It literally checked all the boxes. So then I really had to lean into my why, because the why is the only thing that's going to get you there through the fear. False evidence appearing real, right? Fear is an illusion. And so I came all in. And today I sit before you 4 years later, a very, very different person. I started from zero, just like everyone who comes into this space. My first growth was very energetic, very spiritual, helped me with my connection to my soul and to Mother, Father, God, which allowed me to access the bigger part of me that is beyond the physical existence. That's where all the answers lie, all the solutions lie. And now, today, I live in a lake house with my 3 beautiful children. I have a horse, which has been a childhood dream of mine. Cody, he's precious. I have been on 3 vacations, actually 4 vacations in 2024. I don't think I vacationed 4 times in like the 10 years before this. Seriously. I just purchased plane tickets for my kids and I to go to San Diego in late June of 2025. I'm healthy. I'm healthier than I have ever been. Take a breath. I just want you to feel, I'm offering you a frequency. You can't make this up, right? Frequency doesn't lie. I never dreamt that I would be sitting before you today doing a video like this, speaking from the experience of a fully empowered woman who is financially independent. I'm no longer under anyone's thumb. I poo-pooed money in the past, and that's why I didn't have it. Money is very important. It is important. I believe that we are actually charged as light workers to access as much money as possible in the highest frequency way, right? To recode the frequency of money on this planet, because it has been skewed. It has been withheld from us for far too long. And so why not both? Why not health and wealth together? It gets to be a both and, right? Beyond your wildest dreams. I've had a 6-figure year, and I have just barely scratched the surface of what is available here. You can do it much faster than me. You're the deciding factor. But I also can't make any income claims. I can't tell you that you will make $1 million. I can tell you that I will. I will be a millionaire. Heart-centered, highest impact millionaire. All I can do is share my results with you. And so got to make that income disclaimer. Nothing is promised. Why? Because you are the deciding factor. Take a breath. Okay, now let's go ahead and pull up these slides. And I'm going to share my screen. Hang with me. It's a little clunky at first. You don't have to be a genius to do this. Matter of fact, you don't ever have to do a webinar like this if you don't want to. Let me present here. You've got crazy kooks like me and a whole bunch of other people in the community to do stuff like this for you. And that's what's so beautiful, is what I'm going to share with you is a way in which you can literally plug into a system and structure that's already in existence. You don't have to create what is it? You don't have to recreate the wheel. And these are heart-centered millionaires that have paved a path for us. We get to plug in and create our own results in our own unique way, because I do my business very different than anyone on my team. It's all here for us and our own unique soul's destiny. Okay, so this masterclass, it is the ultimate offer. There literally is nothing out there that exists like this. It is patented technology. It is a patented payment structure, and it is creating massive waves on the planet, literally and figuratively. So we here in Water Wizards have partnered with a wellness technology company to improve our health and unlock leveraged generational income. There's an opportunity here for you to actually imprint on your lineage for decades and decades to come and will this wealth to your children. I'm telling you, it's juicy. It is juicy. Are you excited? Tell me if you're excited in the comments. Okay. Now, before we get into like the meat and potatoes, which I don't even eat meat, but I don't know what other verbiage to use around that. The meat and potatoes, that's what Grandpa used to say. I want you to reflect on your own life, right? Because this is your transformation. This is your transformation. So let's do this. Let's go deep. Think about, where do you want to be? 12 months from now? And go big. If you could be anywhere, do you even know? Because when someone asked me this question, I was like, I cannot even access that. Like, I don't even know. I don't know. I did not know because I was so worried about like taking care of my kids and paying the bills. I didn't have room for any of that. So think about it real quick. And you can even drop it in the comments. Where do you want to be 12 months from now? If you could do anything. Now, this is the quote unquote hard part. This is the get real part. What needs to change for you to make that happen? Do you even know? Have you even thought about that? Because this is step number one that we teach you in building this business. It's about dreaming first. You got to be able to dream first. And then you ground it in by saying, okay, let's get real. What needs to change? So think about it. Think about all of the areas in your life. And you can screenshot this too to use it for later. Uh-oh. Hope I'm not frozen. I'm not. Health, wealth, time, family, mindset, community, contribution, celebration. Rate those on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. Get real with yourself. What are the areas in which you are lacking? In which, well, I don't want to call it lacking, in which you seek improvement. We'll keep it, in a higher, more expansive way of thinking. There's your income disclaimer. I already did that. Okay. Reaccess that dream. Where you want to be in 12 months. Because it is more than possible in what we're going to cover today. If you fully lean into it, say yes to it, take the leap. So we're going to cover today, what is the ultimate offer? I'm going to be very specific with you about that. I'm going to talk to you about how to attract leads. So we're not doing this in the old way where you make your list of family members and start cold calling people, though you can do all of that stuff if you would like. There are many people who do it that way and they're very successful, but I don't do it that way. I actually attract my leads in by doing my inner work first, becoming a magnet and calling them in. There is an energetic and strategic way of doing this that we support you to access. And then we're going to talk about automating your offer. This is where time freedom comes in. No one wants to be on a computer all day, every day. What's the point, right? Like we want to get our time back. What are the ways in which we can set up automated systems so that our business is open and running 24/7? And then how do we leverage mentorship and community? I don't know about you, but I was not down for the lonely entrepreneurship journey. I did not want to do that. That was not appealing to me at all. I was already lonely enough as it was, right? You get access to a high vibe, real community that is on the same journey that you are on, that desires to make massive impact on the planet and help to liberate humanity. And you get mentorship from people who are several steps ahead of you that know what works energetically and strategically. So what even is an ultimate offer? Well, leverage income versus linear income. Who's living by linear income right now? Whether you're a coach that is earning from client to client, maybe you're doing one-on-one offers. Maybe you're living from launch to launch, or maybe you're doing the 9 to 5, where if you don't go to work one day, you don't get paid. You can only expand so much when you are attached to linear income. When it's leveraged, that time for dollar exchange no longer exists. The ultimate offer is also aligned with something that people need, right? Like the higher the need, the higher the paycheck. Essential oils are great. I love them. CBD oil is great. I love it. But let's be honest, people don't need that. And when the economy gets rough, which maybe would be now for many people, not for me, but for many people it is, the first thing to go are the things that you don't need, right? The model has to support people, planet, and profit. We're not just about lining our pockets anymore. That old way, it will not stand in the new earth, which I actually like to call the ancient earth, because we're returning to our roots. It has to serve humanity. It has to serve the planet, or I am not interested. It's got to be high ticket, not low ticket. I don't want to have to sell 5,000 bottles of CBD oil to make what I can make over here doing one sell. That is not fun for me. And people have a misconception that you're putting in more effort with high ticket than you are with low ticket. And that is absolutely not true. Absolutely not true. It's an offer that already exists. I didn't want to create, like, who wants to create their own offer, their own product? I didn't want to ship it. I didn't want to do the customer service. I didn't want to do the research to create it. I didn't want to do any of that. It's all here for you with a 50-year-old company that has a 500-year vision. It's a Japanese company. And if you know anything about Japanese culture, they're in it for the long run. They are highest integrity, absolutely amazing energy, right? Positioning within a $1 trillion health and wellness industry. Positioned, okay? What's exploding? Ever since 2020, the grand illusion, we all know what happened then. Do you know how this business exploded in 2020? All these other businesses were failing. And I say that with a deep level of compassion, but our profits shot through the roof because we are actually putting health back into the hands of real people. And the commissions have to be amazing. You think of all of these big companies like Nike, and I don't even want to compare to any of those, Nike, Apple, barf, right? They're low integrity, they're outsourcing, and they pay massive amounts of money for all of their systems and processes. They pay massive amounts of money for advertising instead of, like, our company puts that money that is not being spent on advertising, because this is a grassroots movement, it's putting money back into your hand with very, very high commissions. That's how the commissions are so high. Okay, we talked a little bit about linear versus leveraged income, and I'm gonna just sum this up by saying, when you stop, the money stops with linear income, right? With leveraged, when you stop, the money doesn't stop. I still have people reaching to me about my business when I'm still in bed because I get to sleep in, or when I'm driving the kids to their destination, whether it's a sporting event. My money doesn't stop. It keeps working for me. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. That's kind of a cringy statement, isn't it? Read it again, because it's true. Like, it is time for us to get real. I've been floating around in the quantum. Like, we can do all of the energy work in the world, but if we don't get grounded in this vision of what we want to do for ourselves and to do for humanity, it ain't gonna happen. No one's coming to save us. It is because we don't want anyone to save us. We came to do this thing, right? To do big things on this planet. And so now is the time. Okay, let's reflect on creating your own offer. No, thank you. I did not want to do this. I didn't want to invest 6 figures. I wanted a accessible investment upfront, because you're going to have to invest time and you're going to have to invest money in order to get all of that back. But it doesn't have to be 6 figures. You don't have to keep reinvesting over and over again. You don't have to pay a staff and have a brick and mortar building. Something else is there for you. And you want it to be online, right? Because that's where our greatest reach is. People say, I don't want to be on social media. Well, that's hogwash, because we are showing up on social media as if it is a part-time job. And so let's take that time and use it with deep, profound, compounding, impactful intention, and have access to the frickin' billions of people that are on social media, and show them a way, help them to be liberated. I said I didn't want to build my own product. I had no desire to build my own product, do the research around it, all that jazz. I didn't want to wait 3 to 5 years for a profit. Absolutely didn't. I was able to retire from nursing within 8 months of coming into this business, because I planted my flag and said, let's go. And I didn't want to work alone. I wanted to collaborate with people. I wanted to make commission right out the gate. I wanted to collaborate, not compete. And I wanted to align with a product that's been around for a long time, that's high integrity, that would not only heal my body, but help to heal and liberate families. That's what we have here. Let's break it down, y'all. This is what I said earlier. The bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. So, which really means the bigger the solution, which is, I think, how I worded earlier, the bigger the solution, the bigger the paycheck. Humanity is hurting. We are suffering, and I am sick of seeing people suffering. No more. The two most Googled questions are, how can I create extra income, right? Like, two incomes no longer works for people. I mean, let alone a single mom on one income, right? And how do I improve my health and well-being? What if those two got to be intertwined? You got to be paid to be you. You got to be paid to deliver an amazing solution, a proven, thousands of research articles behind this solution. What if? And it does exist. This picture is really hammering home for you that physical and financial health are intertwined, right? Gone are the days where we have to trade our physical health for financial health. I was doing it as a nurse, and if I didn't find another way, my kids were going to be suffering. And I didn't want to be sick on my back in the hospital. I didn't know what was coming, but I felt that it was definitely something bad. So I found another way. So now let's talk about humanity in general, the health crisis. I don't have to tell you this. You know what's going on with humanity. We are sicker than ever. We are drinking poison water, right? We are breathing in toxic fumes. Who knows what the heck they're spraying in the sky? We're dealing with 5G all around us, electromagnetic radiation cooking us, literally cooking us. If you could see the waves that are moving through your home, it would be astounding to you. It is static, intentionally put into the field so that we lose our God connection and so that our bodies suffer. There's a solution here for you, and it's magnificent. I'm tapping into it every freaking day. My dreams are more vivid, and all of my energetic practices are amplified because I don't have these waves running through my home cooking me. Chemical overload, from what we're putting on our skin to what we're breathing in of the products that we're spraying through our home to clean our home, whatever's falling from the sky, the water that we're drinking, the water that we're bathing in, it's all causing chemical overload. So we get to access a solution that gives our body, that gives our families the best chance possible to allow our bodies to do what it innately knows how to do, which is heal. We get to arm our bodies and make a very lucrative income while doing it. I'm going to invite you to screenshot this. I'm not going to go over all of these statistics, but this slide is really hammering home for us what sort of health issues we are experiencing, from the crazy amount of microplastics that we are ingesting to the crazy amount of global pollution that is occurring to the toxic trash islands that are floating around in the ocean. And so what is this costing us? So, okay, this slide is about the wealth crisis. We want to heal the planet. We want to heal our bodies. But we get to do all that in tandem with actually being able to thrive in this world. We know that the cost of living is on the rise. It's been on the rise. It's ridiculous. One income is not enough. For most people, two incomes is not enough. My husband and I, my former husband and I, we were living on credit cards. We were barely making ends meet. So as a single parent, I was absolutely terrified. Where I sit before you now, I can tell you that all of my needs are met and far beyond that. And I have a horse. I have a horse. I feel like having a horse speaks volumes. Like I'm able to afford to ride a horse, board a horse, take care of a horse. My kids play hockey. My daughter's about to go to college. She does vocal lessons. And I am not strapped. There is a way for us to do this, even as solo parents. Debt. People are crippled with bad debt. I was living on credit cards. The amount of student loan debt that I had, oh my gosh, whew, that will make you dizzy for sure. But we're on this cycle of like, can't pay the bills, I'm going to put it on a credit card. And so the credit score matrix is keeping many of us down. And we are very fearful of even making an investment in anything. But we also get to reframe that too. There's a difference between bad debt and good debt. We are stuck in a cycle of bad debt. Now, here are some statistics again. I'm going to invite you to screenshot this so you can read through this. 45% of adults now report needing a second job or side hustle to meet basic expenses. Rent is crazy, y'all. Isn't it crazy? I'm in Indiana, and a two-bedroom apartment, 1 bath, $1,600 a month. And so to put that into perspective, because I know we're from all over the world here, the average income in my state is probably around $40,000 to $50,000 a year. $1,600? That is insane. The average household carries $90,000 in bad debt. Wow. 41% of divorces cited financial problems. This was huge. This was it was not the only thing, but it was a huge part of the disconnect between my co-parent and I in the past. And it all crumbled. It all fizzled from them. The amount of stress that we're experiencing financially is crazy. And what does it do? It strains our physical body. That's what started happening to me. I started getting hives all over my body. Okay, now, what is the ultimate offer we partner with? True high impact products. This company is called Enagic. It is a 50-year-old Japanese company that has a 500-year vision. It is the #1 company of its type. We are consistently blowing profits out of the water year after year. It is a multiple billion-dollar business. And the products here, it essentially is a health system. So what does that mean? That means that these products that are pictured here that I'm going to detail for you actually create a non-toxic sanctuary for you inside of your body and in your home. So we are arming you to create the best chance for our physical bodies to come into homeostasis and self-heal. We are armoring our body, our children's bodies, and in the process, accessing the opportunity to create generational wealth that is actually willable to your children. Why? Why are these products so important? Well, I'm not going to read through the slide, but just take a look at this pipe. These are the types of pipes that our tap water is moving through. And look at this laundry list of toxic chemicals that are in the water that we're drinking, even if it's bottled water. You know that a lot of the bottled water that we drink is actually tap water that is bottled. It is a massive, massive scam. Why does the type of water you drink matter? Let's go through some of the solutions that people have found because of lack of education, because they don't know. Spring water is actually not as pure as it appears. Spring water, often when you buy it, it sits in a giant jug, maybe, right? Microplastics are leaching into that because oftentimes that spring water is sitting in a warehouse for days, maybe even years, taking on that plastic. It's an open water source. It's susceptible to harmful bacteria, viruses, E. coli, and Giardia. And so spring water that is actually accessed, like from a spring, right? From a natural springs, very few actually exist in the world that are truly pure and clean. Filtered water is just a partial solution. Why? Because yes, it will filter out some of the harmful substances, but it does not restore beneficial minerals. And if we're not having the mineral content in our water, do you know what's actually happening? Your body is letting go of minerals to balance that water out, and you're actually excreting vital minerals from your body, and it's leading to long-term health side effects. Bottled water. I clumped this in with the spring water, right? Bottled water. First of all, it's expensive. Well, oftentimes it's actually tap water. And we know the crazy amount of microplastics that are leaching into that water. You know, they're actually finding microplastics in placentas and in sperm. Now, that's how plastic filled we are. And rainwater. Again, rainwater is not as pure as you believe it to be necessarily. It's often acidic. And look at what's falling from the sky going into our water. Reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosis is absolutely not good for you. It completely strips the water, which means that it is devoid of any mineral content. Do not drink reverse osmosis water. Again, similar to what happens with filtered water, but on a higher level, a greater degree, because reverse osmosis is devoid of any beneficial chemicals, it's completely void. It essentially is dead water. Your body attempts to equalize that water, and it pulls minerals, vital minerals from your body and makes you sick. Distilled water also is stripped of essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, leading to deficiencies. It is also slightly acidic and will disrupt your body's pH balance. Here's the nanoplastics I just mentioned to you. Huge health risk with nanoplastics. They are infiltrating our bodies and disrupting our hormones. And if you know anything about hormones, you know hormones are central to every bodily process. PFAs. Have you heard of PFAs? I'm curious. I think most people at this point have heard of. These are the forever chemicals, and the presence of these PFAs in our cookware and our cosmetics. I mean, they are just really, they're really getting us from all corners, aren't they? But we are on to them. We are on to them, and no freaking more. Now, this is the plastic epidemic within our oceans, our turtles, our whales, our dolphins, our sea life. We are ruining our oceans. Did you know that there are multiple trash islands floating around in the ocean that are, one of them is the size of Texas. That is ridiculous. And if we're not a part of the solution, we are part of the problem. I love this picture. I love sea turtles. I love turtles. I love turtles. Who loves turtles? We don't want to kill our turtles. Okay, unlock true health and hydration. I said that backwards, didn't I? Unlock true hydration and health. Did you know the human body is over 70% water? You are not, maybe not you, but many people, they're not actually sick. They're dehydrated. There's a book about it that studies show that if you take the highest quality hydration, which is what we have here at our fingertips, and throw it at a body, every single malady that they're experiencing, it will improve on some level, because we are water beings. We are made of water. The water we're drinking is unrecognizable. And so if you can access a recognizable water that will actually penetrate the cell, hydrate the cell, you will heal the body. Okay, now, Kangen water is the water that we're drinking in the Water Wizards. Kangen means return to origin. And what is this water? This water is restructured through an electrolysis process. It actually hydrates on the cellular level, which means that you get to drink less water for more results. So it is hyperhydrating you for optimal health outcomes. So remember, we're putting the body into an optimum healing state so that the body can self-heal. This water also contains molecular hydrogen. Essentially, when you drink this water, you're drinking antioxidant water. There's more antioxidants in a cup of Kangen water than you could even ingest all day by just mowing on blueberries. There's that many antioxidants. Antioxidants are what keep us from aging. Antioxidants are what keep us from getting unhealthy, from experiencing disease. We need antioxidants to combat the free radicals that come in the form of toxic chemicals in our environment that we're coming up against every day, all day long. I really quickly want to tell you how this company came about. Many years ago, decades, multiple decades ago, a group of Japanese scientists were studying the blue zones around the world, which are where the healthiest populations live. And they found that the common denominator obviously was not diet, right? Because these are places around the world. So everybody's eating slightly differently, but the water, naturally occurring alkalized, not alkaline water. Alkaline water in a bottle is a lie. It's a scam. It's not good for you. Don't drink that. Naturally occurring alkalized water is what they are drinking, and they have mimicked the process with Kangen water. The scientists said, how can we take and restructure water inside of people's homes? And so we now have access to a machine that sits on your countertop. It is the #1 selling only water ionizer of its type. It's patented technology. And what you can do is you can access this hydrogen-rich, electrolyzed, reduced water, antioxidant water that will put your body into a healing state. Not only that, you can also replace all of your cleaning products because it also produces an antiseptic water that is approved in the USA to be used in doctor's offices, dentist offices, and hospitals. This machine, this Kangen water, is in over 200 hospitals in Japan. They're so far ahead of us. They're so far ahead of us. Okay, I went over all of this. So drinking the machine is called a K8, and this is a picture of it here. So this K8 creates Kangen drinking water, the antioxidant water, and it also creates the antiseptic water that is going to kill all virus and bacteria in your home, so you don't have to use those plastics and you don't have to use those chemicals. Boom, right here, look at all that. I use 0 toxic chemicals in my home. This machine, over the life of this machine, that's gonna last you 25 plus years, you're gonna save over $100,000 because you're gonna replace all of this crap. And that doesn't even take into account the health cost savings, right? Because health is priceless. You will recoup what you spend on this machine in 18 to 36 months, depending on the size of your family. If you are like, I need more details, I'm not real sure, I'm not just going to take Monica RN BSN Water Wizard's word for this. I want to encourage you to go to PubMed or Google Scholar and research hydrogen-rich water and see the thousands upon thousands of research studies by doctors, by healthcare professionals that prove that this water will absolutely change your health and change your life. Now, let's talk about bathing and chemicals. If we're drinking the best water, we want to be bathing in the best water. Wow. Isn't there a toxic chemical cocktail that comes out of your tap that we are bathing in? I always wondered, years ago when I would give my kids baths, I always wondered, like, what are they bathing in? Now, our skin is our largest organ of our body. And so we are absorbing liters upon liters of water while we are bathing and soaking in all of those toxic chemicals. Not only that, but we're breathing them in, right? Because when that water turns into a gas, we are breathing into our lungs and it is immediately crossing the blood-brain barrier. And do you know what that leads to? Cognitive issues. Think about how many people are getting early onset dementia, Alzheimer's. It's rampant. Think about health issues as far as respiratory health issues. Look at the diagnoses of children with asthma. It is on the rise. And that is partly the problem, and the toxic chemicals that we're cleaning our home with. We get to eliminate both. So to take the best bath, we have a product called the Enespa. This will connect to your tub and also can make a shower for you. I typically shower in the Enespa. The Enespa is going to transform your tap water into mineral-infused spa water. And so these companies they come from Okinawa. Okinawa is the healthiest island, which is a Japanese island. It's the healthiest, the #1 healthiest island in the world, on the freaking planet. So they take these Japanese hot spring minerals from Okinawa and they put it into this Anespa, and you are literally experiencing a spa in your bath. It's going to remove chlorine and other harmful contaminants. Your skin is going to change. Your hair is going to change. There are so many people who have experienced eczema and other terrible skin conditions that I can't say it heals because I'm not a pharmacist, right? They took that from us, right? We cannot claim healing, but I can tell you that there are countless stories of people having eczema before they start using the Anespa and not having it. So you make the connection if you choose. I'll leave that up to you. Okay, now let's talk about inflammation. Inflammation is related to every dis-ease in your body. Low immunity, sleeping problems, skin issues, nutrient deficiency. We want to have a way to access the highest quality herb with the highest bioavailability that's going to arm our bodies to also, again, just like the water, equip our bodies to have the best chance at homeostasis, self-healing, and who wants to feel good in their body. So my dad started taking this turmeric supplement, which is grown in Okinawa, grown organically, wrapped in Kangen water for maximum absorption. My dad started taking this and he swears by it. It's called Ukan. He takes it every day and he has some chronic back issues because he was in a near fatal motorcycle accident. He flew over the handlebars and had crush injuries all along the right side of his body, and he had a traumatic brain injury. And so this supplement that he takes allows him to not have any pain in his body. He had pain in his spine and he had pain in his ribs, constant chronic pain. As long as he takes his Ukan, his turmeric supplement, he does not have that pain. And his cognitive function is on point for a man that had a severe traumatic brain injury that actually almost killed him. So this Ukan supplement reduces inflammation, improves digestion, and strengthens the immune system. Now, there are many turmeric supplements on the market. What sets this aside is what I said, sets this apart from them is really a bioavailability. This supplement is 90% bioavailable as opposed to the maximum 40%-ish bioavailability from all other turmeric supplements on the market. The next product, I'm telling you, we've got you covered in your home, okay? It is like heart expanding and mind blowing. EMF exposure. Remember what I said earlier, if you could see all of the rays, all of the radiation moving through your home, you would your chin would hit the floor. There's so much static. I even have cell phone towers on top of my water tower right down the street. So what happens is this radiation comes in to power your devices, but it goes all over your home, right? Like it penetrates your whole home. And so we are operating through a field that is very staticky. And what does that do? That messes with our health. It screws up our sleep. It can cause chronic fatigue. It can make you anxious. And it absolutely hinders your God connection. Absolutely hinders your God connection. That's the most important thing that I feel this device corrects. Because once you have the God connection, you can access all the other solutions. It is amazing. So this product is called the M-Guard. It's very small. It's like 1.5 pounds. It's 1.5 pounds exactly. And it just sits in, you can sit it in the center of your home. And my home is relatively small. I actually have a little A-frame lake house and it covers my whole home, but it's going to cover a diameter of at least 24 feet. Okay. More information about the M-Guard. It safeguards your family's well-being, promoting better sleep, reduced stress, enhanced energy levels, and an enhanced God connection. Okay, this powerful partnership. Now, I've already shared some of the information with you about Enagic as a company. They're 50 years old. They have a 500-year vision. It is a Japanese company. Does anyone tell me in the comments if you own a Japanese car? Japanese cars are the longest lasting, the most dependable, and the safest cars, right? The Japanese know how to do it, okay? The products, the water ionizer that you purchase here is going to last you 25 plus years. Why? They don't outsource anything. Everything they do is the first person who starts building the product finishes the process, and that's for quality control. There is no outsourcing. It is highest integrity, highest quality, long-lasting products. The water has 68 plus uses. I mean, you know, I tell you in simplest form, that's going to replace all of your cleaning products. It's gonna even replace your Windex, okay? Your laundry detergent, your deodorant, your face toner. You can literally eliminate every single toxic product that you're using on your body, in your home. It is absolutely amazing. Oh, and I want to read this other point to you. Originating in Okinawa, which is historically known for longevity, once called the land of immortals, Okinawans are known to have less cancer, heart disease, and dementia. And women there live longer than any woman on the planet. Any women on the planet. Speaking of women, this is a direct sales company. The direct sales industry creates more millionaires than any other industry. How exciting is that? To create millions in a high impact, high integrity way. Now, this industry of water ionizers, it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We are number one. Why are we number one? Because everyone else is trying to duplicate patented technology that they cannot duplicate, and it's actually dangerous. This is the company to partner with. The water ionizer industry is expected to grow 8.7% every year until 2032. This company is a member of the Direct Sales Association. There are lots of requirements that must be met. You have to be highest integrity. You have to provide a lot of proof in order to be a member of the Direct Sales Association. We have made multiple billions of dollars. It's a $3 billion company, and we are just now about to hit momentum. And so if you look at the growth curve of a typical direct sales company, there's a projected growth, right? And momentum is like shoot through the roof. We have not even hit momentum, and we have had so many crazy gains. Let me tell you, our profits are $240 million so far in 2024. We have paid out $168 million in commissions, because remember, we don't pay for any sort of outside advertising. It's all a grassroots movement. So all of that money, as opposed to being allocated to promoting in that way, it's all given in commissions. And we've had 42.86% growth since 2023. 42.8, that's almost 50%. Isn't that crazy? So this is about the top grossing industries. The NFL, the music industry, the movie industry. Look at these numbers. Like, if you know anything about those industries and the illusion that is created, we get to redistribute wealth in the highest impact, highest integrity way here. Screenshot that. Okay, now I'm going to get into some specific numbers. I know we're getting to the top of an hour, so I'm going to put it in high gear here. Give me like another 10, 15 minutes, okay? Now, I'm giving you estimates of what's possible here because there are many different ways to come into this business. It only requires the purchase of one product, so one water ionizer, and you open up the whole compensation structure. You never go backwards. There's never any deranking. You can only go up and out in this business. But what happens is many people actually decide, hold on, to come into this business with a package. Why? Well, because we want to protect our families on all fronts, right? I told you, we want to arm our families from all angles. So it makes sense from a health perspective to come in with all these products, but then it also makes sense from a wealth perspective because you're accessing a higher level of compensation out the gate. Using estimates here because, like I said, many ways to come in, but I just want to give you a taste of the compounding wealth that is here for you. So unlocking true wealth. If you come in with an investment of all four of these products, which is approximately $13,000, depending on where you are in the world, what your taxes and shipping are, it's around a $13,000 investment to get your Anespa, your MGuard, your MGuard, your K8, and your UConn turmeric supplement. Okay. Now remember, this is going to pay for itself within 18 to 36 months. And just with this product alone, you're going to save $100,000 plus over the lifetime of the unit. So put this into perspective, right? This is an investment. This is not an expense. This is an investment. And we can help you strategize to come in with zero cost to you by leveraging OPM, y'all, other people's money. That's what rich people do, right? They come in, they get a loan. We can help you strategize that. They get a loan, whether it's a credit card or a bank loan. They come in without putting anything down and they move quickly. We show you how, not by spamming people. We're getting to that, but we show you how you can hit the ground running and make your investment back. Make your investment back and get into profit very quickly. So let's talk about the details. Let's say you invest about $13,000 for your 4 products. You're going to access immediate commission of between $500 and $700. Now, these are sales to yourself. So you buy one product and then we show you how to sell the other products to yourself. So you are making commission, but also the lovely gem that you came in through is making commissions off of your sales at all. We all win, okay? Now, my suggestion to many people is because they made this initial investment and got some sort of loan to do so, is that you take your immediate commissions and you invest that to pay your first 2 to 3 months. So where are we at? 0 out of pocket. Okay, now you hit the ground running through the system and structure that we show you, because we show you exactly how to launch your business and give you all of the resources that you need to do so energetically, working on your own story and strategically knowing how to access as many people as possible in the online space. Your first 5 quads, you're going to make an approximate commission of $15,000. Look at that. Quad is 4, just to clarify. I think you probably know that, but I know there are a lot of terms thrown out here. Look, what does that mean? Do the math there. That means that you're already in profit. You help 5 families arm their homes and you're already in profit. And you have had 0 out-of-pocket cost. Your first 10 quad sales, you've made about $40,000 in commission. You help 10 families and you're almost to $50,000. Now, these numbers can actually be bigger. Why? Because many people will come in with 5 products. They'll get all 4, and then they'll also get an extra K8 because they want to have a loaner machine. It's like over an 80% conversion rate when you loan a machine out to someone. They use it for 3 weeks and they're like, I can't live without this water. Give me a machine. Okay. So these are low estimates intentionally, to be realistic, right? Another 10 sales, because you have promoted and you're getting more commissions. Each sale, you're going to get more and more commissions because you are ranking up in the business. And remember, you never go backwards. The next 10 sales, you're going to earn about $100,000 in commissions in total. Right? So, wow, how exciting. You get to come in and get 4-figure commissions immediately. Okay, now I want to show you, this is the compounding effect. I'm just giving you a taste of this, okay? Let's say you come in with a quad and you sell your first quad. You're going to make over $1,000 in direct commissions. You're going to make over $1,000 in direct commissions. So already over that 4-figure mark in direct commissions. Then, so here's where you come in. I'm going to give you a visual here. You come in, let's say you buy your Anespa. You buy your Anespa from, I don't know, let's say Cynthia. Okay. She's a beautiful gem on the team. You buy an Anespa from Cynthia. Then you sell yourself. And we show you how to do this, right? It's very easy. But the point is you're selling it to yourself because you have become a distributor and you're getting your own commissions. You sell yourself a K8, an MGuard, and an UConn. Okay. There's your own commissions. You get your own commission. Remember I said between 500 and 700-ish dollars. Then you're going to sell. You are going to sell to Sam. Sam's out here cutting it up, okay? Sam's rocking and rolling. She sells 5 quads. You're going to make over $10,000 from Sam's sales. You don't know these people. All these people that she sold to, you don't know them. That's the indirect income. Okay, now it's fair and balanced because you're not going to make the same amount on all the sales that your teams make. Eventually, they're going to take all the commission from you and you will get bonuses and education checks, okay? So it's not a pyramid. It's not a pyramid. I know that doesn't exactly make sense. There are more videos you can watch to understand that. The point here is that not only are you making your own direct income, but you're empowering families who are then empowering other families and empowering other families, and it's all feeding. We're feeding each other. So you're making over $10,000 on Sam's sales. That's the compounding effect. Now, remember I said you only have to get one machine to come in. So if you choose to come in with one machine, it's still a very lucrative income. And this is going to show you kind of that breakdown. So you're going to, let's say you bring in Jess, okay? You bring in Jess. You have ranked up. This is called you're a 2-point agent right now because you sold Shelly, you sold Kate, you made $400 off of both of their sales. You've ranked up. Now these numbers are going to be higher with quad, right? You're now 2A. So you're going to make double that 400. You're going to make $800. These are not exact numbers, okay? You're going to make $800 off Jess's sale. But look, Jess is going to go sell a whole bunch of machines, and you're making $800 off all these machines that Jess is selling, and you don't even know these people. You don't even know these people. You've made almost $10,000 at this point. Okay, feel me? The compounding effect is crazy, even with a single machine. So there's no wrong way to come in here. Now, so this is all great, right? Great. Commissions are great. That's wonderful. Group sales, direct, indirect, that's all cool. Well, listen, when you get to your 101st sale, and it's not individual sales, it's team sales, 101 sales within your team, you hit 6A. I just hit 6A. It took me 4 years. Now, you can do it faster. I will tell you that I was kind of in and out for the first couple of years because I was building my coaching business and I didn't really understand how to meld the two together because I didn't really try to understand. And I was still stuck in that like independent mindset, lonely entrepreneur coding. And so I would fall out. I finally planted my flag and I made more. Oh my gosh. I made more this year than I ever made as a nurse, hands down. And I did it in a very soul aligned way. And I had a lot of fun doing it. And like, I don't grind. Now, not to say I don't ever grind, because there are times where I'm like, let's go. But my nervous system is very happy. My body is very happy. And my bank account is still very happy. So you get title bonuses when you hit 6A. And then when you hit 6A2, which means you bring a couple people with you, you start getting monthly and quarter bonuses. And then you come over here. And this is generational wealth. You hit 6A2-3 and you get a $25,000 bonus. And you've been getting these bonuses all along as well. So I'll get my $3,000 bonus here this month. And then you get $5,000 monthly for life. Okay, for life. And that's a minimum $5,000 monthly for life. Let's jump over here. We have a guy, his name's Romy. He's a Spanish guy. And he's been building this business. Oh, how many years has he been building this business? I don't remember. Maybe 12 years or so. And he's about to hit -8, 6A2-8, $800,000 bonus and $80,000 monthly. Now, there are people doing this. Like there are thousands of people doing this. And the reason that there are only thousands of people and not hundreds of thousands of people doing this is not because the potential is not there, but it's because barely over 1% of the world even knows about Kangen water and knows about Enagic. So now it's our responsibility to educate as many flippin' people as possible about the power that is here, health and wealth. It gets to be both. So I get to will this income to my children. Romy gets to will this $80,000 monthly to his children. Generational wealth. We're leaving a freaking legacy, y'all, but it's a high integrity legacy, right? It's a consciousness legacy. It's not just about the Benjamins. That actually has very little to do with it. The Benjamins are a side effect of the change we're making. All right, now quickly, I'm going to compare a traditional MLM to this leveraged income model. It's not the same, right? There are no monthly quotas here. You do not derank. Your commissions are crazy. Like my commission on a quad that I was showing you earlier, so that MGuard, the Anespa, the K8, and the Ukon, my commission is over $5,000. So if I make one sale a month, I'm good. But not everybody has that little of expenses, right? So maybe to live your lifestyle, you're going to need to do more. But can you imagine one family, you help one family, you make over $5,000? Like, how does that feel to you? It is freaking so exciting. And you get to meet your besties. Like, I love the people I do business with. It is so freaking magical. Okay, now you don't have to do a regular auto ship. There's no monthly auto ship in this business. Now I get my Ukon supplement shipped to me every 4 months, but that is a choice. And that is a way that I am rapidly building my business. You can learn more about that later, but we're not doing this like mindless consumerism every single month doing auto ships. That is not a thing here. And we're building towards something. You know, like when I was selling CBD oil, like I was doing pretty good. You know, I was able to have some side money, but I didn't want side money. I wanted to replace my nursing income. We're replacing corporate incomes, and we're like building toward our retirement. There's no licensing fee or minimums. There's nothing like that. You make your machine purchase, you're in. There's no recruiting. We are attracting. We are using the law of attraction. We are using the law of attraction and tapping into social media via a strategy that we teach you. We're optimizing our socials. We are creating what is known as our own personal brand. Whether you know it or not, you are a brand. It never gets saturated, right? Nobody can take it from you. It's unique. It's valuable. It's freaking amazing. You get to access your highest self and show up in a powerful way for the world. You learn from top social media experts. We teach you organic and paid advertising. I built my entire business on organic advertising, on organic without advertising, but I'm about to start advertising because it feels like the next juicy step, but you can do it organically. You do not have prior experience. I had zero freaking experience. And so what are we doing here? I want you to reflect on your own journey. How did you get into this group? Maybe you have a connection with the person who brought you into this group. Maybe you saw them on social media, and then you came into the group because you were lit up. You have a level of trust in them. You feel connected to them. Why? Because of the way that they're showing up in the world, the way that they're showing up on social media. You trust them. You're like, okay, you know what? She looks like she's doing something monumental and impactful. I'm going to go check it out. You watch this masterclass, right? And your next step is you get to book a call. You get to book a call and you get to learn about what is the best way for me to come in? How can I get resourceful to access the funds that I need to invest in my health and my wealth? We get to help you do all that. We get your products. We support you to purchase those products. That activates your global distributorship license for life. And then we help you launch. It's that freaking simple. Then you get to rinse and repeat joyfully, right? Like chop wood, carry water in your unique way. It's so magical. Okay, now the right offer to get in front of the right buyers. Is that it? No, it can't be it. Okay, now this is where the automation comes into effect. Oh, I'm going over. I'm trying, everyone. Keep hanging with me. I told you I've never used this many slides. Okay, hang with me. How do we automate our offer? We use a system that allows you to be in front of your audience 24/7. We teach you from day one to infinity how to do this. There is a Launch Your Business course that shows you step by step how to do this. You watch a video and implement. Watch a video and implement. This automation allows us to build our business from anywhere in the world. All you need is a Wi-Fi signal, right? Flexibility, systems. You don't have to do any sales calls ever. You don't have to do masterclasses. You don't have to create graphics. You don't have to do any of that. It's all here for you in this space. And the people who are supporting you, they're like you. They're on the journey. Like, I am in awe at my days. Like, I'm living the life, okay? I am living the freaking life. And I'm not saying that to trigger you, but if you're triggered, I want you to lean into that. I'm saying it to inspire you. I didn't know what the flip I was doing. I was financially illiterate when I came into this space. My self-worth was very, very low. You're not alone. And with the right support and tools, the next step is yours to take. Your journey to success freaking starts here. Now, this is the academy. It's called the Freedom Era. This is the space where I told you launch your business resides. You have access to $1 million coaches on a regular basis that show up in this community and bring us the highest level content. It is not a static space. It is always being updated. You have access to graphics, funnels, energetic support, strategic support. Literally all of the things are here for you to build a kick-tush business. I'm keeping it PG. Okay. Now, the power of mentorship in a community. Yo, nobody wants to do this by yourself. We help you have access to the top 1% earners in the industry on 4 core values: community, celebration, contribution, and collaboration. Gone are the days. Gone are the days of competition. We do not roll like that. What works for one is shared with all for one and one for all. Your unique soul avatar, the person, the team that is meant for you is meant for you. The team that is meant for me is meant for me. I am not competing with anyone. I am showing up, remaining coachable, and being consistent, and my life is changing, getting better and better and better. Now, why? Why is this community so amazing? I'm going to invite you to screenshot this. You got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are some of the testimonials, y'all. These are real everyday people. Like, I'm a real everyday person. I am a person who had no freaking clue. And I really didn't even understand the juiciness of what was here for me. Just Mother, Father, God led me to this space. I mean, I was fully surrendered to the divine, had no issue at all making the investment. I just asked God to show me the way, and the path was, I laid the brick, right? You get to lay the brick. So here's what's next. You're going to book your call. What does that mean? You are going to reach out or tag in the comments, reach out to the person who invited you to this masterclass, or you may even be seeing a button underneath this masterclass if you're watching in a different space. You're going to click the button to book your call, or you're going to reach out to the person who invited you to this class and say, I am ready to book my call. Okay. We're going to share some information with you that's going to break down the integrity of the products and the company and the numbers for you a little bit more to give you a refresher, because I know this was a lot of information. And then you get to get on your call and we help you purchase your products or come up with a strategy to get the resources you need to purchase your products. We plug you in and you launch your business. We fully support you to launch your business. Now, some dates to keep in mind is December 22nd is the next cutoff for our next mentorship. Okay. That mentorship will start at the very beginning of January, the first week of January. And so if you're ready to really close out 2024 in a very powerful way and launch 2025 in a magical way, then that is a timeline to keep in mind. The 22nd is cut off. And so like now is the time to book your call and get resourceful. Okay. And you get to work with me. So if that lights you up, like I get to coach you very closely. We get to be buddies. We get to have a blast and we get to build this mission together. We get to dream together. Join the global community. Is this my last slide? Okay, there are 7 days in a week. Someday is not one of them, okay? Ding, 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 ding. Someday I'm going to make a change. But, right? Now is the day. Make the leap. It's time to create your own legacy. And so, okay, I know I ran over. God love you for staying with me. I so appreciate you so, so much. I want you to think about what your dreams are. Go back to that. Okay. I'm going to tell you what my dream is, and then I'm done. I will. And I didn't feel like I could access this even when I started my business, but I have expanded so much through this community and through this support and this product, because, right, it's enabling my body to hold a higher frequency and access the quantum field of infinite possibility. I am going to own land that has Kangen water and animals, horses in particular. So I'm a horsey girl, and I want to heal humanity with horses. And so I have this vision of people, even kids, taking field trips with school to come to my land and to engage with the horses and to drink the highest frequency water and have a blast, reconnect with the earth. Like, this is the vision that I have, and it feels fully possible for me. So this could be you. Your own version of this is here and accessible for you. Thank you so much. I trust, remember, it's not in the words, it's in the feeling. So feel my authenticity, feel my heart, because I am truly committed to changing the trajectory of the lives of as many humans as possible. And I am here. I am in it to win it. I am in it to heal this planet. I have chills myself. Like, we are in this together. So if you feel the call, put in the comments or click the button, say yes, let's freaking go. Book your call. I love y'all so much. Have the best, most magical, exciting day. Bye, everyone.